Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 31, stay in place order. Yep, here we are, day 31, a whole month of this crap. I'm trying to bring it up on my phone so I can see comments because the morning Facebook Live is a little difficult to deal with sometimes. Okay, so today's subject, nobody watching yet. Wow. Today's subject is to climb the mountain. So, what I mean by climb the mountain is that we are definitely still on an upward scale. We're still kind of going up on the amount of cases that are found. Of course, we're not doing testing like we should in any form of fashion. We're not. We're not even there yet. For some reason, we're just not there. I don't get it. It's such a why. Why does it? Hey, morning, Kevin. How's it going, buddy? Why has it got to be a power struggle? Why does it have to be a why does it have to be a struggle for everybody to get along? And one of the things I was talking with to climb the mountain is because we all got to realize that you know climbing Everest, just as many people die on the way up as on the way down. And if we're not testing and segregating, and I've said this almost every one of these broadcasts, here we are, day 31, stay in place, day 31. Almost every time, if we're not segregating our population from who is infected and who is not, y'all have seen The Walking Dead. Hollywood's explained this many times, and Hollywood's it's the same thing every time. But hey, good morning, Lisa. How you doing? Staying in place, I hope, staying safe. Yeah, just like Everest, just as many people die on the way down as they do on the way up. And you got to remember there's a difference between quarantine and isolation. Quarantine is if you don't know that they're infected, if you don't know if the people are, and isolation is where you know they're infected. And I think that we need to just figure out who is aseptic, and we got to test the public. Georgia is opening their state today against every all critics, against all advice. It doesn't even meet the federal guidelines for opening, but you can go get your haircut in Georgia. So everybody who needs a haircut, go on down to Atlanta. You can get a haircut. And I really feel bad for the businesses that actually have massage parlors, massage people, and hairstylists, and I have clients that are hairstylists and massage people, and they're probably one of the last, in my opinion, one of the last ones you need to go back because it's such physical contact. It's such you're coming in so close to somebody. They're really putting. I mean, you might as well be a health worker. Might as well be a nurse because you're putting yourself in the same scenario. Nick, what's up, buddy? Hope you're staying safe. Keep safe inside those cars. I know how that is. Susan, good morning. Tell Sandy I said hi. Good morning, Icy. Your masks are doing great. My niece Icy's been making masks right and left. And you hear. Let's get on this subject for a second. Hold on. Okay, Friday midnight, Mendocino County is going to be required that you wear a face mask in public at all times. I'm leaving that right there because I've noticed that there's been postings on Facebook about wearing face masks in public all the time. You have a certain segment of people that that think it's BS. And when I was at Costco yesterday, there's definitely a certain amount of people that aren't taking this seriously. Now, there's also this stigma out there that who makes the decisions for our health and safety in this pandemic. Okay, the board of supervisors, the county board of supervisors, are not making these decisions. There's one person. That is our county health safety officer. That is her job. That's why she is hired. And in these situations, she has total control. What she says goes. And that's just legally the way it goes. She has the final say, even over the governor. Even if the governor was to remove and say, everybody go back to work, she could still say, not us. And I don't think we're out of the woods until they have a vaccine or they figure out who's aseptic and can segregate us, or some other than just reporting who's died and who's how many. I mean, come on. And no, those numbers aren't even real. Don't even get me going there. And so she is, and she, don't get me wrong, she's not my biggest fan right now because she is not real estate friendly. And I'm all about protecting homeowners' rights and protecting home buyers and home sellers, and renters. Don't get me wrong, I'm on the renter process too because there's a landlord involved there somewhere. And it's here we are into the second month. Most people don't have a whole month's worth of reserves. Most people don't. Most people have paid their rent and now they're just flat broke. I'm not getting a stimulus check because I'm self-employed and I pay money every month to the government. I mean, every year to the IRS. They don't take checks, so I'm not getting a stimulus check. My family's not getting a stimulus check. JD had to get laid off his job because my son, because he wasn't he worked at an essential place, but he was not an essential worker. So, and he doesn't, he only made $13 an hour and he's not going to get unemployment. They've denied him unemployment because he just didn't make enough money, which is whatever. But still, I think that there's keep saying how well it is and how good it's going and how everybody's making, no, it's not at all. Not at all. I'm saying we're in this for another month at least because one hand in Washington can't wash the other, and they say they have a new stimulus package for small businesses, but if you read about this last stimulus package, most of the Fortune 500 companies sucked it all up. The small mom and pops places, they didn't get enough to survive because the big business sucked it all up. Yeah, they're major employers. I agree. They're major employers, but they sucked it all up. Nobody can agree. I think Washington should be stepping up and handing out what the states need, and not the states fighting for each other like they're all on eBay and trying to make all this work. This is ridiculous. Hey, Robert, how's it going? Hope you're good and well. It doesn't make any sense to me, and yeah, the topic of this video is to climb the mountain, and we're climbing the mountain. And I said earlier in this video that you just as many people die on the way up Everest as they do on the way down, and it looks like New York is doing a little better. New York has definitely flattened their curve. They definitely have a downward trend, which is good. But here we need to maintain that downward trend. And the protesters, well, I'm not even going to get started on you guys because I think out there protesting right now I think protesting is stupid in general, but there's definitely different ways to fight it. Oh, I thought you said Pope there, Icy. What's up with the Pope? And then in the news you got this the leader, North Korea's leader, Kim Jong-un or whatever. I really don't pay attention. has been MIA. Hey, this is a time when the whole world needs to come together. Germany's they're like almost ready to be open. They got their borders have been closed down. They're good to go. Of course, Germany is a lot smaller than us. European countries are like smaller than our states. And I mean, it's a lot closer network. It's a lot different. Their mindset's way different than Americans, you know. And swabs. Okay, let's get on this. Let's get on the subject of swabs right now. Now, this is just a freaking fancy Q-tip. Why can't we use the Production Act to get some of these companies to start making Q-tips? Seriously, why can't that happen? And I mean, Ford was pumping out B-29s at the end of the war, one per day. Or one per hour. I can't remember that stat. But I mean, airplanes. We were making more airplanes. We made more airplanes per day than the Japanese made the entire war. Let that sink in for a second. Where's Rosie the Riveter when we need her? You know, we were coming out of the Great Depression, and we put all these people to work just making everything we needed. You know, they're talking about making ventilators. Well, in August, we're not going to need the ventilators anymore because it seems like ventilators are not being rationed. They're not an issue. So I don't know where to go with this, but still, you know, the frustration level is unbelievable, totally unbelievable. And if you're on the same boat I am, I can't work. I mean, I can show property to vacant properties. My phone's not even ringing. I used to get 200 emails a day, and my primary box would get probably 50, 60 emails. I get one email to 2 emails a day on average. Some days I got 10. Ooh, that's a big day. You know, I can't. How do you advise a client who wants to sell their house and they need to sell right now? And I'm in that scenario right now. I have a client who's on the market and we're in escrow. But here's the problem: is inspectors can go in, appraisers can go in, but the buyer can't. And then you have some sellers, they'll say, "Oh, well, I'll move out for 5 days." Well, that's a violation of the stay in place order because you're told to stay in your primary residence. Hotels are closed. Where are you going to go? So they're trying to improvise. So you have a bent up demand for consumers who want to buy and want to sell, but they're on hold. And I think the moral of this whole story is we need to learn to just chill and breathe. And I've said that several times in this last 31 freaking days. Just chill and breathe. It's kind of crazy. Let's see here. Dean says, yeah, no, totally, Dean. Yeah, totally. You know, critical manufacturing should have been the forethought in the very, very beginning. I mean, I know in the first early days, hang on, we were talking ventilators, and that was the first week. Ventilator. We need ventilators. Turns out we really didn't. I thought, and I said this from before we even got locked down, where's the testing? I want to take a test. Don't you want to take a test? You know what? Give me a thumbs up if you want to go take a test. If you had the opportunity right now to go down to some place, wherever it is, even if you had to sit in a car and wait in line for 4 or 5 hours to have them stick something up your nose and pull it out and stick it in a tube and mail it off and call you in 48 hours and say you're positive or negative. Who would want to do that? Give me a thumbs up. I really want to see who would actually do that. Because, yeah, we have the testing machines, lots of them. We got testing people here in Ukiah. But the reagents and the supplies, come on. It's ridiculous. There was one governor, I can't remember who it is, but he made a deal with South Korea to purchase an extraordinary amount of supplies, swabs, and reagents for his state. Okay, he bought it all for his state, and and the only reason he negotiated the deal is because his wife was Korean, and she spoke the language, and she was able to communicate with. But why should he do that? Why shouldn't Washington be all over this, saying, calling these people and making arrangements and buying up everything they can, and any U.S. based company that produces these things, going to them and saying, you sell outside the country, you're going to have problems. You need to make it for us, ramp up production. We got people you can hire temporarily to help you with the production, and get Rosie the Riveter in there and start riveting up some test supplies. I want to take a test. Yep. See, look, all these people want to take tests, and I don't blame you. Oh, hey, we got the queen in the house. Hi, Savannah. How are you? You doing okay? That's a good girl. And my little baby with a cell phone. Well, not a baby anymore. She's 11. But, the longer we go with this, the more frustrating it gets. And I'm noticing this on Facebook. People are getting very agitated. I made a comment yesterday about Cuomo. I think he's doing a very good job. Democrat, Republican, I don't care. I don't care about red or blue. I don't. I'm in the middle, and I think most Americans are in the middle. They want to just go with whoever making the right decisions and not go with whoever is whatever they say is going on. And that's the problem we have in this country. We can't just, oh, well, that's what he says to do. That's what we're going to do. Sheep people. This is ridiculous. You can't. I made this comment about Cuomo that I think he'd make a good president. He's leading. He is leading this country. He's leading his state. He's not leading our country. Sorry. He's leading his state tremendously. Just like in 9/11, what was his name? Gomo? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. He did a marvelous job. He kept everybody informed. This is what's going on. This is how many people died. And this is what's going, we're cleaning up and we're doing this and we're doing that. We need information right now. I never watched the news until this started. And then I turned on CNN for probably the first time in years. I actually turned on CNN. And then I made the mistake of trying to watch Fox. I want both sides. And this is another problem with this country. There's too much both ways in the news. You got one news company that is extremely left, and you got another news company that is extremely right, and you only watch one or the other. And when you only watch one or the other, you don't get both sides of the argument. And when you don't have both sides of the argument, you're not fully informed at all. Hey, Heather, how's it going? Lisa, what's up? Yeah, the governor of South Dakota is doing a great job. A great job. And I'm not a big Newsom fan, but he is somewhat keeping us informed and doing what I think he's supposed to be doing in this situation. Whether or not you believe in his policies or some of his other stuff that he's done, yeah, he's done some pretty stupid stuff, but he's keeping us informed. We need to just be informed. Don't turn it into a circus. Don't turn it into some kind of backwoods political campaign. You got to throw all that out the window. And this sucks that it's an election year. This had to happen on an election year. That was really bad. That's the cherry on the cake. You know what I mean? That's the cherry. because now we got to deal with he said, we said, and all this other crap that goes along with it. And yeah, Giuliani, yes, I see. Thank you, Mayor Rudy Giuliani, fantastic job. I don't know if he's a Republican or Democrat. I don't really care, but he did a fantastic job. He kept us informed. He kept us in the, knowing what's going on, because when stuff like that happens, what's the first thing I did? Turn on the news. I want to know what's going on. I don't normally do that. I don't normally watch the news, and I'm very selective with the news that I believe on Facebook. Just because, I watch local stuff, and if the local stuff is good, that's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. I got enough crap in my head as it is. I'm just with you guys. I'm fighting my own demons. I'm trying to keep myself together and be a good person and do my part and wear my PPE and keep my distance and follow the rules. And I really normally try to keep my opinions to myself. I don't participate in sports dialogue at all because I'm not a sports guy. So I'm not even going to go there. I don't really participate in religious stuff because I'm not really a religious guy. I just don't go there. I have my own faith and my own beliefs, but I keep that to myself, and that should be kept to yourself. But when it comes to stuff like this, there's a time when you got to step up and speak your mind and say what you need to say. And I thank you, everybody, for letting me do that. Most of the people that watch my feed are very positive and very, very, very good at being here every morning with me. And I do get some negative feedback as the feed as it goes back out over the internet, on Facebook for the rest of the day. I do get it, and it happens, and I don't care. I don't care, if and it's usually somebody who's very right or very left because I've said something that offends them. And you know what? Here's to you. And here's to the folks that come on here every morning and appreciate my rants and raves and are here for me. Thank you. So let's see what else we got. Oh, good morning, Michelle. How you doing? Tell Dan I said hi. I don't think is Dan back to work? Let me know. Mr. Mayo and my buddy Haas. Yeah, I hope you're doing well, buddy. You got a birthday. I missed your birthday, didn't I? Did I miss your birthday? I don't know. I'll have to look it up. Yep. Well, I know how you stand, Michelle. Trust me, I know. Let's go back. So, miss anybody's comments? The World Health Organization. You're right, Dean. The World Health Organization really got caught with their pants down on this one. I really think that the World Health Organization. This is going to be my thoughts here. So, chastise me if you want. I really think that they thought that it would never happen. They're used to dealing with viruses. Okay. Ebola, viruses. I don't think they ever thought that this would happen. I don't think they ever thought that this would come to the head that it has come to. And they got totally caught with their pants down. So did we. Okay, don't get me wrong. They didn't get a bend over. And it's hard to think that we came to this because of our own ignorance and hard-headedness brought us to this point. It's easy to say, oh well, we would have started, lockdown a month earlier. Well, hindsight's 2020. You know what I mean? Come on. All right, that didn't happen. But another thing, if Washington would have came out and said, instead of getting this, oh, we're doing a great job. Yeah, you got to thank us. You got to thank us. We're doing a really good job. You got to thank us. They're real good. They're absolutely, let's take the politics out of this crap for right now and just take care of your people. Let's get back on the subject of our health officer. I don't know if she's back in Mendocino County yet. I don't think she is. I know they let her go down to San Diego, which I don't think she should have been able to. I know that she was a temporary. She was just filling in until they found a new health officer because she was moving to San Diego, where her husband and family are right now. But, really, I in these kind of situations, the sheriff and the health officer are in control. Our sheriff's doing a marvelous job. He's keeping us informed. Don't get me wrong, he's not Tom Ullman, but he's keeping us informed, and he's doing a very good job. And it seems like the sheriff department is running very smoothly. Thank you, Sheriff, very much. But enough. I even if they did open it up, I don't know if I need a haircut. I need a haircut really bad. I've had my hair a lot longer than that, and Dean can say it. I'm sure he's still on here. We've had ponytails, we've had the long hair, but at my age, no, that just doesn't fly anymore. Wow, I've been on here 26 minutes. Oh, sorry. Time goes fast when you're just rambling on. Let's see here. Let's need more good messages. Stay louder. Well, anyways, okay. So I'm going to get off my soapbox, and thank you everybody for coming on and watching. I love you all. Elbow bump. Live long and prosper. Stay home. Stay healthy. Stay safe. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow.